The New England Patriots just got hit with a bunch of great defensive news. You know, we're going to talk about it. Let's roll. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and heck, you're already doing those things. How about you hit that like button, because I know you're going to enjoy it. So today, what we're going to be jumping to, the defensive side of the ball for the Patriots, specifically 2024. It wasn't anything to write home about. We know that. There was times that was pretty much their team and they were holding their own, but then it went downhill very quick. This year, the script has been flipped. Things have been much, much better defensively. We're going to dive into that, some players specifically. As well, at the end of the episode, we're going to be jumping into the Cleveland Browns and what they got to bring to Foxborough come Sunday, because I'm going to tell you this, that news is going to be good for the Patriots, not for the Browns. So we're going to jump into that at the end of the episode. First and foremost, what we need to jump into, our boy KC, Chason, getting AFC Player of the Week for Week 7 with 2 sacks and a fumble recovery for a tutty, a touchdown. And I want to say this before we dive more into KC. I feel like one of the underlying narratives for the Patriots has been the whole idea of people trying to prove themselves. Let me explain. Stephon Diggs got picked up after a blown ACL. A lot of people said he's washed up. He's not worth that kind of money. His goal, prove himself. Will Campbell got drafted by the Patriots. A lot of people said his arms are too short. He's more of a guard. He's not a tackle. What did he want to do? Prove himself. A lot of people looked at Drake May, said his first season was a fluke. He should have made the Pro Bowl, all those different things. Again, he has come out to prove people wrong. That's just a handful of players on this team. We look at Chason, a player that was drafted in the first round after 2 years in Jacksonville, was booted, went to the Raiders, somewhat resurrected his career, and then signed a 1-year, $3 million contract with the Patriots, next to nothing in professional football, and says, I need to resurrect my career. I need to show people that I can do this. Already right now, he has 4.5 sacks. He had 2 sacks against the Titans, and it doesn't look like he is slowing down. Again, this is great news for the Patriots. One, on the front that KC, he's doing well, and I think a lot of people were kind of hesitant when he was first signed. A lot of people thought, including me, it was going to be Keon White and Harold Landry III on the edges, really wreaking havoc. But Chason has come into his own, and I love seeing it, quite frankly, because again, he's in his mid-20s. He still has a lot of time to play. And so this can be an absolute steal for the Patriots in this whole organization. Now, for him in particular, he had this to say on the onset of training camp. That's my goal, obviously, to keep making progress and obviously keep taking steps forward. So I'm going to keep doing everything I can, the best as I can, the best I can, as best I can, to keep taking these steps forward. I'm a PE teacher, have mercy. I don't teach reading or English, have mercy. Obviously make the team better, doing whatever I can to make the team better. And he is doing that. He has added value to this team. Don't ask me, don't just look at his stats. Look at the defensive stats specifically. We look at the stats from 2024. Last year, ranked last in the league in sacks. You look down right in that corner with 28 sacks. Boom, right here. And then we jump to this year. We are in the top 12 when it comes to sacks with 18. 10 more and you're already tied. And we're only 7 games through the season. We're not even halfway through the season. So again, on the defensive side of the ball, not only are things exponentially better, but they brought in players that added so much value to this defense. Big time names and small time names, and names not as big that they were taking a chance on, like a Chason. And he's came out and he has delivered, and he will do that continuously. So him on the edge, Harold Landry on the edge, that interior defensive line. There are a lot of great things to talk about when it comes to this defensive line, this defense in general, but things are looking up. So whether it comes to Chason, this defense, what do you have to say? What is your thoughts when it comes to him moving forward? Maybe what was your thoughts going into this season? Maybe you're like me and you thought it was a Keon White's job to lose, which he lost. As well, Harold Landry is going to come in, and obviously needing to prove himself. But what is your thoughts when it comes to Chason and his performance thus far for the Patriots? Let's hear from you. Continuing on the defensive side of the ball, we got to look at the Cleveland Browns. And I love bringing up total offense, total defense, all these different things, the rushing attack, passing attack for each team, because I think it opens up and gives you a lot of information about a lot of different teams. So first and foremost, we look at total offense. Right now, the Patriots sit in about the middle at 14. We drop all the way down, try not to get anyone sick, but the Browns sitting at 30th out of 32 teams when it comes to total offense. Passing offense, we're going to go all the way to 30 again, 178 yards average a game. And then the rushing attack, we go down to, wow, their best of them all, 28. What does this say for the Patriots moving forward in playing the Browns? It should be a good game. It should be a good game. The defense should really show up and be very dominant, just like they were against the Tennessee Titans. I think that is the writing on the wall. I think that's what everyone is expecting, and I think will happen. Again, especially after we have looked at all the upgrades, all the positive things when we look at the Patriots defensively. Again, going from the new players brought in, the young talent that they have, there is a lot of things to be excited for defensively for this team, specifically playing the Browns. Let's start over from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, do I have an offer for you? I have just teamed up with DraftKings to offer you this great promotion. Here you go. New customers, bet $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. It's simple. $5, not a ton of money. Turn that into $300. All you got to do, sign up using promo code STP, download the DraftKings app, and don't miss out. It's as simple as that. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or read the description below. Now, what's crazy looking at this, we look at all those different metrics, and that's definitely in the Patriots' favor moving forward on Sunday. But what's funny too is you jump into, hey, let's look at their team as a whole and look at their individual stats. And looking at their individual stats, it's just funny to see. First of all, there's Joe Flacco. He's gone. He's playing with the Bengals. Who would have ever guessed that? 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Wow. And then you have Dillon Gabriel, the guy from Oregon. Before that was Oklahoma. Before that was UCF. The man's been everywhere. And he beat out Shedeur Sanders. A lot of people still blown away by the idea that Shedeur wasn't taken second overall. And just think of this. If you would have told me after the whole NFL draft, and I knew no information, and you said, hey, Shedeur Sanders went to the Cleveland Browns, I would have told you, oh, he was the second overall pick. No, he was not. But that's beside the point. Dillon Gabriel, now the starting quarterback in Cleveland. You have Judkins, Travion Henderson's former teammate that they shared the backfield with, actually has been doing pretty well for the Cleveland Browns. And that's really been their offense, has been that right there. Dillon Gabriel, nothing to write home about. Not ideal. Not great. Judkins, the rushing attack is very one-dimensional offense right now as it sits. And then you look at the receiving game. I know your biggest time receiver is Jerry Jeudy. And so the Patriots should have a field day looking at this, knowing what they got, going up against a rookie quarterback, but not only a rookie quarterback, but a rookie quarterback thrown into, I would tell you, a pretty tough situation. And I would tell you again, going back to Drake May, because we talked about that earlier, and proving people wrong, proving people that he was going to be good in the second year, which he is well done a very, very, very good job doing that, exceeding everyone's expectations. But Dillon Gabriel, what made Drake May so good was the fact that he came in and even with a rough offense was still able to make things work, get the ball down the field, give a little spark to this team. I'm not saying Dillon Gabriel can't do that. I would tell you Dillon Gabriel has a better offensive line, has some better weapons at his disposal right now. But again, I think the Patriots defense will be too much for these guys. Again, look at average yards pass, 5.1, under 60% completion percentage. And so moving forward, I think it's going to be a very hard game for Dillon Gabriel in this Browns offense. So comment below. Tell me what you think, whether it's about Chason, whether it's about whoever. I don't care. Comment below. Say something. What are your thoughts on the Browns this weekend? What maybe concerns? What are you excited for? What do you think where we're gonna dominate? All these different things. Would love to hear from you. So hey, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit the like button. We'll talk later. Peace.